right, good morning. I think we're live, everybody.
Good morning.
I think we started live broadcasting. I'm John Ahmann, the President and CEO of the Westside Future Fund. In just a minute, we'll be hearing from my co-host, Ebony. And
Ebony Ford.
Benjamin.
Good morning. Y'all know me. And if you don't, my name is Benjamin Earley. I'm a fourth-generation Westside resident, proud Westside resident. Happy to be here this morning.
Absolutely. My name is Ebony Ford. Again, I am a very proud English Avenue neighborhood Westside resident, very proud Hollis Innovation Academy parent, and I'm also the director of community building and engagement at Quest Community. So Westside all the way. Westside all the way.
Good job, shouting.
Yes, yes, yes. That's me. That's me. Yes.
All right. Well, I'm first generation, but I'm on the. I grew up on the east side, but I'm on the west side now too, over in Vine City, leading the Westside Future Fund. And for those that are in the audience, we're live right now on Facebook and Twitter and our other social media feeds. So that's why we're kind of focused on getting started on time. But I'm just going to do a little overview. Just I always like to just do a check-in about folks that are here for their first time. So if you're here for your first time, could you raise your hand? That would include any of our band members. I know some of y'all have been here before, but some of y'all are here for the first time. Great, thank you for being here.
There you go.
All right, thank you for being here. So some of the folks that are participating today are first timers too, so thank you for your participation. Thank you for coming this morning.
Yes.
So our program this morning, one, we have in the interest of, we had Trees Atlanta here a few weeks ago, and in the interest of preserving trees, we have all of our summit material via PDF. So you'll see the place where you can use your phone. So we actually have a bulletin about the summit. So if you want to look at that, use your phone with the camera. You can see more about our program, speaker bios, etc. But that's available. Then in just a moment, Ebony and Benjamin give a few words, and then we're going to go to our devotion, and we're excited about our devotion this morning because it's not our typical devotion. It's an atypical devotion. Right. So we have a great band. I'll say a little bit more than a minute. When the band is finished, we'll have more people. We'll likely be here at that point. We're going to do some self-introductions so we all get to know each other. And then we're going to move to our featured program speaker. We always like to kind of lift up a part of the work on the west side. And so this morning we have what I think everyone is well familiar with, Goodwill of North Georgia, and what may not be as familiar is all the great work they do on workforce training. So we're going to learn more about that. So thank you. And I know I'm looking at my notes, and this is the part where I stop talking and look to you.
No, you're good. We love hearing from you, Mr. Ahmann, all the time. You know that. But yes, I think a lot of people think that Goodwill of North Georgia just has really cool stores with awesome merchandise, which they do, okay? I'm not taking away from that. But what they really do is prepare people for careers and workforce development, and that's where the money that you spend when you buy your items, that's where the money goes towards. And I think their motto is that they put people to work. So that is the part that a lot of people probably did not know. So I'm very grateful to hear about the job search resources that they offer. They also offer help with writing professional resumes and cover letters. They provide access to employment opportunities, deliver hands-on skill training, and so much more. So very much looking forward to hearing from the panelists. And I think before I was a panelist with Goodwill of North Georgia, as I graduated from the TechBridge career program. And so it's a 16-week, very intense boot camp for coding. So I'm very proud to say that I was able to make it through that during the pandemic. I think we were the first cohort that was actually virtual. So it was all on Zoom, and it was at night after work, and I had a then 5-year-old running around behind me on the screen. It was quite arduous, but I'm very grateful for that experience. So yeah, very excited to hear the panel today.
And I think a true testament to the work that Goodwill of North Georgia does is in the numbers. In the past 5 years, they've helped employ over 100,000 residents. Wow. Last year alone, they helped over 16,000 residents find work. So it's more than just a slogan of we put people to work. It's actually them doing it in practice. And so I'm really excited to have them come to the west side and the south side over off of Metropolitan. The new center is off of Metropolitan Parkway. And we'll actually hear more about that today, but I'm very, very excited for all of the opportunity and economic mobility that they're helping bring to, our side of Atlanta. It's a beautiful thing to see. And today we're going to be hearing from Ms. Emily Carter. She's the VP of Development. And one of their success stories, Mr. Landon, Lackey. We appreciate you both for being here this morning. Looking forward to speaking to you. That being said, we are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Y'all be sure to like, share, subscribe. We love engaging with you on social. It helps us get the word out. It helps us share some of the valuable information that's taking place here at these summits. So please, please, please stay engaged with us. We love to stay engaged with you going forward. And as a quick reminder, we've got QR codes instead of our typical bulletins because we're trying to cut back on, our paper usage. And if you were here at the last summit, we had Trees Atlanta, one of our good partners here on the West Side, as our featured guest, and I know they would be proud of us switching to the QR code. So you can find the bulletins via the QR codes. You can also donate via QR code, and you can find those in the back as well.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right. Well, now we're going to move to our devotion part of the program, and for those that are joining us for the first time, we always have a devotion, something. Always kind of appreciate, Dan for really suggesting this, and also to draw from the inspiration of Nehemiah in the Old Testament, and not necessarily go through all the text of Nehemiah, but draw inspiration from the rebuilding and how people came together and along spiritual principles. And I would have to imagine, right, that they had music at that point, so we know we all can draw some inspiration there. But we also always have a devotion statement. I'm going to read it. We always level set our devotion, so I'm going to read that, and then we'll get to what we have prepared this morning. So it's become our tradition to begin our meetings with a positive, inspirational message from a member of our community, recognizing that many in our community are driven by their spiritual faith to participate in the West Side revitalization effort. The time at the beginning of our meetings is an opportunity to share various inspirational reflections. While the speakers may articulate their personal faith, it's meant to be inclusive, inspiring, and meaningful with the story of Nehemiah as our guide. So we're switching it up this morning.
Yes. We're
going to hear from Idis and his band Dim Saints. And by way of introduction, I first met, I haven't met everyone in the band, but I first met Idis probably, what, 4 or 5 years ago now? And what I really appreciate about Idis, in terms of knowing his story, is that, Idis served time, and part of what he said during that time, that when he got out and having kind of a reformed heart, so to speak, wanted to, sing gospel music and also make a difference, hopefully, so that other people might make different choices, especially in their young part of their life. And so I appreciate that kind of a heart, given the circumstances could harden a heart. And also, I think because I first met Idis, you were practicing in my house before I got it renovated, right? So wow. I remember that. I think I still got some clips from you singing, but that was cool. So we're lucky to have you this morning.
Yes.
I know you're gonna give us music for about 10 minutes or so, and we appreciate that. And so I think we're gonna probably go down this way, Idis, and let you come on up and begin some music, and maybe as they're starting to go, we could give them a round to welcome them and get them fired up.
Right.
Absolutely.
Y'all give it up for Tiny Foster and them Saints.
Give it up.
Appreciate y'all joining us this morning.
Check. Hello, everybody. How you doing? Check. We making sure everything is on. We're gonna sing a couple of songs for y'all, and we hope that y'all enjoy. My name is Tiny. I'm the little man of the group. I tell you. So we're gonna sing a couple of songs. A little song that we put together, and we're going to do it for you. Say, I found the Lord. Come on, put your hand together like this here. Listen. If God been good to you, I want you to just stand where you're at right now and put them hands together. I want to thank Dan Cathy for having me here. We're going to have a good time, all right? Little old song says something like this here. I never knew love like this before until Jesus stepped into my life. I never knew love like this before until Jesus stepped into my life. It felt so good, it made me glad. It's something that I never really had. Oh, it felt so good, it made me glad. It's something that I never really had. I read about it. I heard about it. Somebody preached about it. Cause I done heard about it. Hey, I never knew love like this. I never knew love like this. I never knew love like this until I found the love. Come on, let's go. Hey, I found the Lord. Oh, I found the Lord. Out of one Sunday morning, I found the Lord. I went on my bending knee. I found the Lord. I had a talk with the Lord. I found the Lord. I said, Lord, I need you. I found the Lord. Lord, I need you. I found the Lord. To come down in my life. I found the Lord. He made everything all right. I found the Lord. I'm so glad I found the Lord. I found the Lord. I'm so glad I found the Lord. I found the Lord. I want to sing it, but I ain't got long. I found the Lord. Cause I found the Lord. I said I know I found the Lord. I found the Lord. I found the Lord. I found the Lord. I tell you, we're gonna move right along. We're gonna sing another little song for you. Can I have one of my people to sing for you? How many know Leandra Johnson? Anybody ever heard of Leandra Johnson? Great songstress. I wish she was here with me tonight. But I tell you, this morning, rather. I tell you. But I got somebody that's willing to sing. Queen, if you don't mind, she playing drums tonight for me. I want you to sing my favorite song.
Deliver me, 'cause all I do is hurt me, hurt me.
Come on, come on, come on.
Oh, Lord,
is that all right?
Deliver me, 'cause all I do is hurt me, hurt me, hurt me.
Somebody give God a praise right there. Come on, put them hands together. If God's been good to you, somebody ought to stand up right now and just give God a praise right now. Somebody give God a praise right now. If he's been good to you, woke you up early this morning. Oh! I feel all right. We're going to sing another little song for you. We just put this song here out. We're going to sing just a little bit of it. and then we're going to move on. Is it all right? Little old song says something like this, Russell. I know a man.
I know that man
From Galilee.
from Galilee.
Is that all right? He saved my soul.
He saved my soul.
An old wretch like me.
Oh, wretch like me.
You should have been there
You should have been there
when he came through.
when he came through.
He touched my soul.
He touched my soul.
He'll do the same.
for you.
Yeah, for you. Was that all right? I wish I had time to sing it. We're going to move right along and sing another little song. I'm going to bring Idas around. Is that all right? Come on, Idas. Talking about I been redeemed.
I am redeemed. I've been bought with a price. Jesus, he changed my whole life. Oh, yes, he has. So if anybody asks you what's the matter with me, oh, tell them that I've been redeemed.
Is that all right? Is that all right? Come on, let's just have a little church, and then we're going to get on out of here. We got 1 minute and 32 seconds left. Come on. Little old song says something like this here. Holy Ghost,
Don't you leave me.
Holy Ghost,
Don't you leave me.
Holy Ghost,
Don't you leave me.
guide me,
Guide me.
save,
Save me.
home.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, Holy Ghost,
Holy Ghost.
whoa, I got
I got
that.
the Holy Ghost.
Is anybody in the building?
Holy Ghost.
They got the Holy
I got
Ghost.
the Holy Ghost.
If you know you've been saved,
Holy Ghost.
saved and sanctified,
The Holy Ghost.
you ought to tell somebody.
Holy Ghost.
You ought to tell
I got
somebody.
the Holy
Yeah, because I got,
I got him.
I got,
I got him.
I got.
I got him.
Yes.
I got him.
Thank you.
I got
May God bless you.
I got him. I got him. Yes, I got him.
All right, y'all. That was awesome, Idas. Yeah, let's give it up for one more time. There's a lot of work in over here this morning. So yeah, man, thanks. That was very, that got us going in a spirited way, man. Thank you. And I thought that for the next part of our program, and those that are here the first time, we do self-introductions. We ask folks to say their name, maybe where they're from or their organization, and then not to say anything more, just in the interest of time. And we do this to really encourage networking and collaboration, because a lot of what, I think one of the ways IDAS, got to know us through the summits and others, like to be here this morning as an example. So it's through that networking and that we really think great results happen across the West Side. But I thought what I might do, IDAS, since y'all just finished, is maybe I would typically start my self-introductions right here, but maybe start with you and the other members of your band, and maybe you could say real quickly if you want to say anything about it, but let's go ahead and recognize you, and then I'll ask the other members of the band with the mic to say who they are, because I think we'd like to honor y'all first maybe. How about that? I'll come down to where you are. And they all are very happily eating the Chick-fil-A, so thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Idas Parks, and I'm glad to be here. With this COVID going on, and the devil trying to stop you from doing what God anointed you to do. But guess what? I serve a mighty, mighty God. And he still say, get up, take up your bed, and do what? Walk. And I really thank John. I really thank you for allowing me the opportunity to bring the new band in and bless y'all with some songs. Hate that we wasn't able to really get loose, but as you can see, we can. So, thank you again.
So I'm going to walk over to the other members and let them introduce. And I know, too, maybe your business manager can say that if y'all are always interested, if people are interested in hearing you play, you're happy to do that. You could mention that, but yeah, we'll.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Tangela Halliburton. I'm the manager of this group. Just want to say we thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to come out and bless you guys. God bless you and stay safe. And so
so if folks are interested in hearing from the band, you're the one to contact, right?
Absolutely.
All right, great.
Good morning. I'm Quinette Delaney. I'm the bass player for Tiny and the Saints.
Good morning. My name is Michael Williams. I'm the musical director for Tiny and the Saints.
Good morning. I'm Queen Aisha, and I'm just an all-around person. I sing, play the drums, and fill in wherever I can for Tiny and them Saints.
I'm a little old Tiny, and I'm hungry right now, so I'm going to eat something, and I'm going to pass this mic. Is that all right?
I'm the guitar player for Tiny and them Saints.
My name is Russell Daniels. I am the lead guitar for Tiny and them Saints.
All right, did we miss any? We got everybody? All right, let's thank them one more time. Thank you. And I think, Dan, we know the real reason they came was for this Chick-fil-A. But I'll start the introductions, and I'm going to go row by row. It's not so bad. It'll be okay. Yeah, just your name and affiliation. And when you do your introduction, remember, make sure kind of hold the mic kind of close to your mouth so it picks you up.
Evelyn Reed, I had a difficult time finding this place this morning. I came out from Stone Mountain, Georgia, traffic had been me here. But anyway, Evelyn Reed, I'm a guest.
Thank you.
To kick it off, my name is Demetrius Wilburn. I am a guest. I'm here for my great friend, Ebony Ford. She's told me about the Westside Future Funds, and I said, I'm gonna come. Well, I'm finally here. I woke up early this morning to make sure that I'm here, and I'm grateful to be here. And I am an IT recruiter for Korn Ferry. So once again, my name is Demetrius Wilburn.
Awesome, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Leroy Wright, pastor of First Thessalonian Missionary Baptist Church. We are empowered by God to embrace all people and enhance the world.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Joanne Moss, and I follow Tiny and them Saints.
All right. Thank you. Let's go this one.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Dominga Porter, Program Manager with Our Village United out of the beautiful neighborhood of Pittsburgh in South Atlanta.
Sean Watwood, I'm over at the Home Depot backyard at Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Great, thanks.
Good morning, my name is Anthony Bellows. I'm a Westside volunteer and a Westside resident.
Good morning, I'm Michael Paris with the Council for Quality Growth.
Thanks, Michael.
Good morning, I'm Tasha Ford. I am a proud alum of the illustrious Clark Atlanta University, and I've been connected to the West Side since I attended Clark Atlanta back in the late 1900s.
Good morning, I am Kelsey Wright, the Home on the West Side coordinator with the West Side Future Fund.
Kelsey. Good morning.
Good morning, my name is Pat Campbell. I'm an English Avenue resident, and I have two sons that I was trying to get to come here, which is why I'm here by myself. But thank you all.
Morning, everybody. I'm Tom McCarron. I'm a member of the Westside Volunteer Corps, and I also work as operations manager up at Ignatius House Retreat and Conference Center on Riverside Drive. So come on up and see us.
Good morning, I'm Gloria Dorsey with the Atlanta Humane Society.
Good morning, I'm Charlie Brown and Vine City resident and proud to be here this morning. It's good to see y'all again.
Charlie.
Hi, my name is Terry Pickett and I'm a resident of Vine City. And good morning, a resident to be here, Lord, all the time.
Thanks. All right, I'm going to circle back around. We try to make sure we get everyone, so I'm going to come back over here.
Harrison Curry, Icon Filmworks.
All right, I know some of y'all, but if you didn't introduce them walking by, I think we got everybody. All right. And y'all could say what your role is too.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Tamika Askew, Manager of Home on the West Side for Westside Future Fund.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Charles Ford. I'm the Director of Real Estate Finance and Asset Management.
Good morning, Rachel Carey, Chief Real Estate Officer.
Good morning, Marnie Pittman, Director of Finance and Risk Management.
Lee Harrop, Vice President of Real Estate Development.
Good morning, y'all. I'm Crystal Walker, Accounting, Westside Future Fund.
Good morning, Natasha Anderson, Accounting Manager, Westside Future Fund.
Good morning, Raquel Hudson, Director of Programs, Westside Future Fund.
Got you.
All right. Good morning. James Hammond, Icon Filmworks.
Good morning. I'm Brandon Brando with TMPAV.
David Herring, TMPAV.
Misty Kelly, TMPAV.
Good morning. My name is Shobek Sulian, TMPAV. I'm also John's personal security.
Awesome.
Jermel Evans, TMPAV.
Charles.
Charles Merriweather, Goodwill Ambassador.
Rogers Williams, Icon Filmworks.
All right.
Hello, I'm Ebony Jones. I live in Vine City. I have 2 kids at Hollis Academy.
Great.
Good morning. I'm Ryan Lowry. I'm with Wire Green Energy Fund. We provide property assessed clean energy financing through our partnership with Invest Atlanta.
Oh, great.
Good morning, Tim McNanny, Director of Business Development for Energy Efficient Technologies, and I want to thank Tiny for phenomenal music and helping me cut back on my caffeine. I don't need another cup of coffee. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Kathleen Bryant with Partners in Change, and we train volunteers to be free life coaches to adults pursuing new goals.
Good morning. I'm Daryl LaSure with Chick-fil-A.
Good morning, Dan Cathy with Chick-fil-A and chairman of the Otis Parks Fan Club, Westside Volunteer.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Tia Banks. I'm the corporate communications specialist at Goodwill of North Georgia.
Thank you. All right. Yes, we want to hear it from you. We'll have you up soon.
Good morning. My name is Wanda Desdunes. I'm an employee of Goodwill North at Metropolitan.
My name is Emily Carter. I'm the Vice President of Development at Goodwill of North Georgia.
Good morning. I'm Landon Lackey, and I'm a student with the cybersecurity course at Goodwill Metropolitan.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Deborah Dietzler, and I am with Mission Engagement at Goodwill of North Georgia.
All right, thank you. Did I miss anybody that wanted to be introduced? I was trying to get our cameraman, but he moved. You want to say what's your name? All right, thank you. All right, so we got everyone. So give yourself a round of applause. Thank you.
John, I want to check in with some folks on social. Again, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And right now, we've got a lot of love coming in for the performance the amazing performance we just saw from Tiny Foster and them Saints. One more round of applause. I feel you wanting to do it. Go ahead. Just checking in. We want to say thank you for everybody that's tuned in on social right now. We appreciate you. Honestly, again, the information and the events that take place here at the Transform Westside Summit, you all do us a huge service by helping to share this stuff online, so we appreciate you all staying engaged. Quick shout out to a couple folks that's watching right now. We got Regina Deloach, Sherry Bellil of the Parent Avengers, Avenge, always, the Booker T. Washington Cluster. Mother Moore, appreciate you tuning in. Lavetta Walker, thank you. Jania Billingsley, Dana Xavier Dodgnick, Myra Surratt Walters. We got 3D Girls Incorporated. We appreciate you all tuning in. Who is it? Charmin May Gowans. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate everybody. Lauren Thomas Ferguson. Thank you. Gigi Sands. Thank you. Michael Thomas, of course. Appreciate you. And we got a few folks watching on YouTube right now as well. We got, again, Miss Parent Avenger, Sherry Bellil. Thank you. Pat Ford. Thank you. Muriel Murphy. And, of course, Miss Sonia Dawson. We appreciate everybody who's staying engaged with us on social. Again, that's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Help us continue to share this wonderful event that we have taking place here at the Transform Westside Summit. And big shout out if this is your first time tuning in. I know we have a number of first time attendees here in person, so thank you if this is your first time tuning in online as well.
And that Pat Ford, that's actually my mother. And she's watching from Saginaw, Michigan. So when I tell you, this summit reaches the masses, okay? And it is my brother's birthday, Michael Ford. So happy birthday. I think he's 40, my little brother, he's 42 today. So happy birthday, Michael Ford. Yes, I ain't telling y'all how old I am, but you know it's over that, right? So sorry about that, y'all. I had to take that little detour. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with Westside Future Fund, and we're happy to see that because that means we're growing. We are here, our vision and mission is to create a community that Dr. King would be proud to call home. So, and we do that with the help of our board of directors. There it is, there's a slide. And I just want to make sure that I let everyone know this board of directors is an all volunteer board. They do not get paid for the work that they do for Westside Future Fund. So we are especially grateful for the work that they do. We're also very grateful for our dedicated Westside Future Fund team, most of whom, as you have heard from them, are here helping out with the summit. They're usually here every summit and they help out. So thank y'all. And there are some people who are not on this slide. We want to thank them as well. Mr. Derek Jordan, Mr. Benjamin Earley, Ms. Kelsey Wright back here, and Ms. Janora Crook. So thank you so much for our teams and our board of directors. And also, we have a few very fun events coming up too, you guys, okay? So we have, Westside Future Fund is proud to announce our first annual Ride for the Westside on October 22nd. It is from 8 a.m. to noon, okay? We're inviting the entire Atlanta community to come enjoy a beautiful fall morning outside and see why the West Side is the best side, which, you know, I already know that, but we're going to show you when you come out for the ride. Ride for the West Side will support home on the West Side and the equitable revitalization of this historic Atlanta neighborhood into a place, again, that Dr. King would be proud to call home. Now, don't let the name fool you, okay? Ride for the West Side. This is very intense. It is a 25-mile. Y'all heard that right. Yes, in your face. 25 miles, okay? 25-mile bike ride through West Side Future Fund's West Side neighborhoods. Atlanta Cycling Clubs, we need y'all to represent, okay? And there's also a 5K timed race, okay? Told you this is intense. But we also, on the other hand, have a family-friendly, self-guided walking tour, which that is the one that I'll probably be a part of, to highlight the neighborhood's incredible civil rights heritage and West Side Future Fund's work on the historic West Side. There will also be post-race festivities, including music, awards, and lots of fun. Volunteer opportunities for companies and individuals is available. So please invite your friends, your coworkers, your family, anyone at all to join a team and support affordable housing in this vital Atlanta neighborhood that was once the cradle of the civil rights movement. So, and also I think you do have to register. And please do that on our website, westsidefuturefund.org/ride4westside. Okay? Everybody gonna do that? Y'all gonna sign up? All right. October 22nd, I'll see you. And then also, as a reminder, I don't know if when you came in, did you get your tickets to sign up to be entered into the drawing to receive a gift card? So we have some blue tickets and we have some red tickets, okay? One ticket is to be entered into the drawing to win a gift card from the Home Depot Foundation. So a lot of people don't realize that the Home Depot Foundation has invested millions of dollars on the West Side towards the revitalization of this part of the city, and they're giving a gift card today away as well. Also, Goodwill of North Georgia is giving a gift card away, which they do every summit. And again, as I explained earlier, a lot of people don't realize that Goodwill is not just cool stores, they do put people to work, okay? And they're giving something out today. So they're all around, they're just an awesome organization. We're very happy for them to be here today. So if you have not gotten your tickets to be entered into the drawings, please do that, because I will be pulling the winners a little bit later. All right, and without further ado, I feel like I just spoke a lot.
Well, you had a lot of important information to share, so we appreciate you doing that.
Thank you.
But again, we don't want to hear no crying now come the end of the program if you ain't got your tickets. So go on back there and grab a ticket for the drawing if you don't have one already.
Yes,
all right, yes, I'm happy I said it. We got a couple folks that needed to do it.
Don't be embarrassed, it's okay, it's okay.
All right.
Everybody gonna get up.
But yeah, we're very excited, and we appreciate a quick shout out to Mr. Charles Merriweather, also a big proponent of Goodwill of North Georgia. We appreciate all the work that you all do. And I'm really excited to hear from our panelists this morning. This morning we're hearing from the VP of Development, Ms. Emily Carter. We also have a couple of success stories from Goodwill of North Georgia, one being Landon Lackey. He's a participant in the Metropolitan Career Center, as well as Ms. Wanda Desdunes. She's also a participant in the Metropolitan Career Center. And I see them back in the back getting their tickets, and I appreciate that because we don't want y'all to miss out on the drawing. But in the meantime, we're going to have a brief video to just sort of come and introduce what the Goodwill is all about, including their efforts to put people to work. As we said before, they've employed over 100,000 people in the last 5 years. And just last year alone, 16,000 residents of Georgia. So we appreciate the work that you all are doing to actually help foster economic mobility in our great state of Georgia. So that being said, we got a video that we're going to roll, and we appreciate y'all. Goodwill of North Georgia. Awesome, awesome. And again, I want to introduce our wonderful panelists this morning. Again, Ms. Emily Carter, VP of Development at Goodwill of North Georgia. Mr. Landon Lackey, he is a participant at Metropolitan Parkway. And Ms. Wanda Desdunes, another participant at Metropolitan Parkway Career Center. Thank you all for being here with us this morning. We appreciate you spending some time with us on the West Side. And I actually want to start the conversation with the two of you, Landon and Ms. Desdunes. If you would just talk about what the Goodwill of North Georgia Career Program has meant to you. How did you find it? And what have been some of the sort of revelations that have come about from you participating?
Go first. Well, thank you for having me today. How I found the Goodwill, let's start there. I found the Goodwill through social media. My wife sent it to me on a social media post. I think it was Instagram or Facebook. I can't really remember off the top of my head right now. But she sent it to me really over a year ago. And I tried to get into the program and things like that then, but I couldn't connect with it. Now, after losing my job, I found time, I guess, the best way to put it. And that's kind of how I got connected with it, the Goodwill myself.
Good morning. My name is Wanda Desdunes. I found Goodwill. I was passing by. I went in there to get some glassware. And I stopped by and I ended up employed. I went to the Career Center and they say, oh, you go right over there and you fill out the application. We're going to help you. So they assist me with filling out the application. And they say, you got about 30 minutes to be back over there. It's counting down. It's counting down. It went down to like 20 minutes. Then 10 minutes. They were doing open interviews that day. I'm like, I'm gonna make it. They were like, you're not gonna make it? I'm gonna make it. So I went over there, I talked to Miss Light, and here I am. I've been trying to get with Goodwill for so long. Each time I tried to get in the program, they were like, funds were unavailable, COVID came. But today, I'm a Goodwill employee. I'm going to use the resources that they have available to move forward. I had some little struggles, and this is part of my struggle right here. They don't know I'm supposed to wear these every day, but I don't. I walk around now without these braces, because I always had faith. I never lost it. But this is my story. They gave me an opportunity to come in and be a part of Goodwill, and I'm very much pleased. I want to thank each and every one of y'all. That comes from Wanda Desdunes. Thank you.
Could you all share something that you've learned from the career program in the time that you've been participating?
I guess I'll start. What I've learned from the career program since being in it is, because I'm in cybersecurity, I've learned a lot about cybersecurity things, and I've learned that not to be afraid of anything, not to scare anybody or anything, but there's no such thing as real security when it comes to cyber. You can protect yourself here and there a little bit, but for the most part, there is no security here in America. And how, like other countries and things like that, they have more secure walls and they kind of do a better job as far as the internet goes. Also, time management has been a big thing I've learned. My case manager, Justin Lane, he's been big on kind of keeping us on track as far as that goes as well. So that's been a couple of things I've learned.
Can you repeat that question again, please?
Something that you've learned from the career program.
With the career program, they offer various things. You can go there, you can learn forklifting, you can learn hotel management, you can also learn scripting and buffing floors. It's been a lot truck driving. It's a lot of programs that they offer, and a lot of people don't know about them, but I've learned about them. So they offer everything that you would need in your community. They're giving it to you for no cost. It's just your time, and time is all that you should have if you're trying to move forward.
And I think to sort of further highlight that point, the stores, the stores do a lot of good as far as helping to propel these programs that they're participating in. So anytime that you go and you purchase something from Goodwill, you're actually helping to support educating people and putting people to work. So we appreciate anybody who's ever donated to Goodwill. And Emily, before we get to you, we actually have a video of Miss Jenny Taylor, who was gracious enough to walk us through the new center on Metropolitan Parkway, and we have that video ready to roll now. In just a few seconds.
Hi, I'm Jenny Taylor, Vice President of Career Services, and welcome to Goodwill of North Georgia. This is our Metropolitan Parkway Career Center. I'd love to give a little wave over to Michael Robinson, our employment specialist here at this center, who's helping people every day with our mission, which, as you can see behind me, is to put people to work. So we do that in a number of ways, and they're all focused on our ABCs, but maybe the ABCs in a slightly different way. A first job, a better job, and a career. So we're here first. People need jobs right away, so they're coming in to our centers, getting help with resumes, getting help with interviewing, getting help with knowing when those hiring events and job fairs are, because hiring is happening right now. Employers are ready to put people to work, including our own Goodwill. But we really want to focus on that better job and career. So the upskilling that Goodwill offers, all of our services are free and open to the public, but for the upskilling program, we get that added bonus of earn while you learn. So we have paid internships associated with most of our job training programs. Here at Metropolitan Parkway, we're going to be focused on technology careers, and we're focused on commercial driver's license, supply chain management, TDL, transportation distribution logistics. Those are either 16 weeks or 6 weeks to a six-figure job. And not every job leads to that amount. We've got places everywhere in between, including case management and support services, transportation, clothing, uniforms, the tools you need. All of that is part of what we help with at Goodwill. And again, we're here at Metropolitan Parkway to help our neighbors here in Atlanta go to work. There's lots of different ways to get help from Goodwill. You can walk in Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. We'll soon be open Saturdays again as soon as the fall session comes around. But if you can't walk in, if coming into this beautiful center and all of these services are not available, you can come to careerconnector.org and do live chat with one of our virtual career coaches. You can also call toll-free 844-344-WORK. At our call center, all of the career coaches are also available by telephone during these same hours. But we're all here to help put 16,000 people to work just like we did last year, including the folks here in Atlanta at Metropolitan Parkway. So we all know that digital skills and digital literacy are incredibly important. The pandemic taught us that more than anything else. Remote work, remote applications, everything remote. And so having those skills is really important to have a computer lab like this one, where we have 16 computer stations, where people can come in, access high-speed internet, and connect using our tools to take classes on digital literacy. But the access is equally important. So we have a partnership with PCs for People, where we get refurbished desktops, laptops, and mobile hotspots with 12 months of service. Between now and December, those are free to anybody who comes to our programs at Goodwill. And we're able to send them home so that they can access the job market and the job training. And then the job training that we offer is in partnership with Google, Microsoft, Accenture, IBM. We have all of those resources available to make sure people have the digital skills and the digital literacy they need to find jobs today. So welcome to the back of a Goodwill store. People are usually really familiar with the front, the shopping, the store floor, so you understand intuitive customer service and retail job training, but most people haven't seen the back of a store, where you're really going to get a sense of how we process donations, where some people can get experience working the donor door, working with shipping and receiving. We've got trucks coming in, we've got pallets coming in, we operate forklifts, pallet jacks, and so that shipping and receiving experience, real world, right here, working alongside people working competitively, and the people in our job training programs get paid while they're learning. So all of the classroom portion supports hands-on practical work here at Goodwill for a few weeks to get a good experience before we go out to our partner agencies to practice and do those paid internships. So this is the part that everybody's most familiar with, our stores. This is our Metropolitan Parkway store. We love the reception we've gotten from our neighbors on the south side. Really, really nice shopping going on here. But the other thing most people don't know is we do customer service retail training here. So folks in our training programs are working right alongside our employees, helping folks as they shop for all of the items that they find that are treasures here at our Goodwill. This is where it all begins at Goodwill, right here at the donation door. So this is where people bring their gently used items. We greet them, thank them for their donation, give them a receipt, and then all those items get processed and sold out on our floor, and that's what drives our mission. So when people donate and when they shop, helping put people to work, because whether a person is government funded, and we help connect them there, or Goodwill funded, that's what makes it free to all the people that we serve in our job training program. So thank you if you've ever donated to Goodwill.
All right. Ms. Emily Carter, if you could just talk about Goodwill's hand in workforce development and how that actually improves the economy.
Absolutely. And so, you know, Jenny mentioned the ABCs, a first job, a better job, and a career. And that is something that we repeat over and over again at Goodwill. And we provide training programs in many high-demand industries, including customer service, cybersecurity, logistics, IT. The list just goes on and on. And one of the best things about Goodwill is that a job seeker can start with a training, get their first job, and then continue with us for as long as they want to, for as many trainings as they want to, until they find that career. And all of our services are provided at zero cost to the job seeker. And so we can't do that alone. And so when you donate your gently used items, when you shop at Goodwill, and when you give financially to our mission, you are helping job seekers like Wanda, like Landon, and the thousands of other job seekers that we serve every year. And when you think about the economic impact on our community, in the last 5 years alone, we helped 37,000 families move out of poverty. So sit with that for a minute. 37,000 families have gone from being tax recipients to taxpayers. Think about what that does for our schools, for our roads, for our city parks. Think about those families supporting their local businesses. They're shopping for back-to-school supplies. They are going to restaurants. They're shopping at their local Goodwill. And then think about those kids who are looking at their parents, looking at them come home after a day's work, tired in a good way, proud of the work that they did that day. And those children are looking at their parents going, I could do that. What do I want to be when I grow up? This is amazing. And so when you start thinking about the generational impact, the ripple effect of a job, it just gives me goosebumps, and it's mind-boggling, and I just love it.
Thank you. Ms. Desdunes, I did want to say thank you for being vulnerable just a moment ago and sharing that part of your journey with us. And to each of you, Landon as well, what were some of your struggles? And thank you for sharing that one, but what were some of your struggles as far as getting through the program?
So what was part of my struggles getting through the program?
Yes, ma'am.
It wasn't really a struggle because they helped me along the way. Once you get to the Goodwill, they will assist you. Everything will go smoothly. They will ask you your name. Why are you here? You just give them your information, and they'll walk you through it. Everything, every step of the way. So I'm just proud to be with Goodwill because they helped me. I lost my job 6 months ago, and I just was in there getting glassware. It's a great opportunity for each and every one. Just take advantage of it. The rounding up is real good because it helps. I'm always asking people, would you like to round up for $1? How about 10 cents? Each penny, nickel, dime, quarter will help any individual.
Landon.
And to piggyback off what Wanda says, the Goodwill does a good job of helping you once you get there. Probably the biggest struggles we have are more of, I guess, life gets in the way of everything. As far as gas, food, and you having to work, and and just kind of make ends meet at the same time of giving your time as well. So probably the biggest struggle is really getting there, because once you get there, everything seems to be only up and up. And like Wanda says, Goodwill does a good job of getting people hired and getting people to work and things like that. So I've had a good time as far as that goes.
Ms. Wanda, have you completed the program? Are you currently employed at a new place now?
I'm employed at Goodwill North on Metropolitan Parkway.
That's amazing. And Landon, you said that you're working in cybersecurity now.
Yes, I'm still in the middle of the program. Okay. At the moment, we take our the certificate test at the end of September, early October, kind of whenever you want to, I guess, take the risk. But right now, we're just in the middle of our courses. We've been going through it with our coach/teacher, Andre, and he's very motivating because he works in cybersecurity and he always always has a good time, but he's always all around the world, if that makes any sense. And I think that's really cool. He'll be in London, he'll be in Israel, he'll be in Nevada, but because the class is taught virtually, he travels and still does this at the same time. So that's motivating for somebody like me, because me and my wife like to travel. And I was like, if I can get to where Andre's at, then I think I'll be all right.
Ms. Desdunes, has the employment that you found at Goodwill, has that provided the stability that you've needed to get through this transitional part in your life?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I'm able to pay bills, pay my car note, pay my insurance, water, light, gas. It really helped me.
Amazing. And Landon, what's the projection as far as what your field is looking to pay as far as
the projection I'm looking at right now? My goal, well, we had to turn in a project, strangely, but my goal is the future to be a penetration tester. That looks like, I guess I'll start at junior penetration level. The field looks open. I've been looking at jobs in the market. I kind of want to be on top of that as far as getting started early. That way, I won't be finishing the certificate. I want to be moving into a job at the same time. So it's looking good. I've been researching. They project 33% markup on the jobs in that area over the future. So I'm really excited about what the future holds as far as cybersecurity and penetration testing.
Emily, next 5 years, what does that look like for Goodwill?
Yeah, so we are incredibly fortunate at Goodwill of North Georgia, and Mayor Dickens has agreed to serve on our board, and so I'm actually going to steal one of his quotes, that Atlanta has the highest income inequality. We are one of the highest cities in the nation with income inequality, and Goodwill wants to play an integral role in addressing that issue. So Keith Parker, our CEO, has challenged us to place job seekers in middle-income jobs, in living wage jobs, and provide the training necessary to land those jobs. And so I'm not going to lie to you. Those training programs are very expensive, and some of them can cost up to $6,000 per job seeker. But we know that it's worth it because that's what's going to address the income inequality in our city. And in 5 years from now, when we look at the next 37,000 families who have been moved out of poverty, we're all going to look at each other and give each other a big high five because we're going to do it together. With the support of our community, we will continue to provide these programs, no matter how expensive they are, at zero cost to the job seeker. And we'll look at ourselves and give each other a big high five and say, look at the progress we've made. What else can we do? Let's keep going.
And I do want to open it up for questions from the audience as well as people tuned in online. You can just type your question in the comment section if you have one. And as we're waiting for questions to come in, to our two participants, what do you think the next 5 years potentially looks like for you now that you have this stability, now that you have these programs that you're participating in with Goodwill?
I don't want to wait 5 years. I'm looking at the next year or two. I'm an environmental service technician. I just don't know how to buff the floors, so I've been trying to get in that program for years. I have the opportunity, and here I am.
Thank you. The next 5 years for me looks like I want to be more certified. I want to let this be my base and this is be my start. And then I want to grow my certification. I want to get the CompTIA certification. I want to learn Google Cloud because we took like a trip, I guess. We did like a shadow day at Google, the cyber class. And the cloud is something that like seems to be people moving towards. And I like the fact that I can kind of like move my knowledge around. I can learn a little bit about everything. So I'm really excited about that part. And I guess I'm married. I got a kid on the way. So the next 5 years is going to be just making sure I can, I don't know, make a future for my son. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment.
Well, congratulations, man.
Thank you
One
so
time
much.
for the family. And you know, I just want to take a second because this is honestly a beautiful thing to be able to hear these testimonies because, again, you know, people that are from the West Side, like we know all too well the disparities that our communities face, but we also know the resilience of our residents and the people who, you know, we call family and friends. And so I just want to congratulate both of you because, you know, part of creating economic mobility is just having access, but the other part is actually taking advantage of opportunities when you come across them. And this is a wonderful opportunity that Goodwill has extended and continues to extend to our community. And I want to say kudos to both of you for actually taking action to change your lives for the better, because that is a big deal, because you are a valued part of our community. And we appreciate everything that you contribute and everything that you're going to contribute going forward. So if we could just give a round of applause for our participants. And do we have any questions from the audience? We got one question right here. Can we get a microphone for our Mr. President and CEO John Ahmann with the microphone?
I've enjoyed your presentation. I wanted to know, what are some of the impediments of people entering your program and people completing your program?
Yeah, so what I will say is that when someone decides to engage with Goodwill in whatever way, the only criteria that we screen for is a willingness to work. And so we will help anyone find their first job, a better job, and a career. And so when you talk about the impediments, we're talking about things that Landon, mentioned earlier: transportation, childcare, just literally getting to and from the program, and honestly, sometimes it can be internet connectivity. And so we do work with a lot of other agencies to help fill the gap and make sure that we are helping our job seekers overcome whatever barriers they engage in, they see. Mm-hmm.
I think we got a question, Mr.
Yes, I want to know, what is the weirdest donation you ever got?
That one I cannot answer, but I can tell you that if you go on our e-commerce site, you can see some really high-end items. I just saw a diamond bracelet there the other day. So people will, I don't know how they end up donating a diamond bracelet through our donor door, but it happens, so it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yes, my question is, as we were just reminded by the great panel here on digital currency, digital literacy for seniors, do you have a crash course for seniors to do the basic things we need to do with our cell phones?
Yes, we absolutely do. And that is something that we provide in our career centers. And so that's where you can come into any of our 14 career centers anytime that we're open, Monday through Friday, and someone will be there to help you to log on, figure out your password for something, use your cell phone, all of those things. We are absolutely here for you.
And I commend Mr. Parker in his former job. He said, ride with respect.
Yep.
On the West Side, we say reside with respect, and you're doing a great job.
Love it.
Hey, you guys. Thank you so much for sharing. early this morning. My question is, on the other side, do you work with employers that are looking for employees?
Yes, we have 5,000 employment partners, and we would love for any of you to be 5,001. So please, please, please reach out. We are always looking for more employment partners.
Yes, you did say at one time y'all had a program for the training program for, what's the name of it? Forklifting.
Yes.
Okay, how soon can a person get that?
So we have 14 career centers, so I don't know the schedule right off the top of my head, but please go onto our website, goodwillng.org, and you can find our training calendar, and that's where you can enroll as quickly as possible.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
Other questions in the audience?
Well, while we wait for more questions to come in, to our two participants, what did it feel like getting into the program when you first got into it? Like, was there a sense of, was it more so, okay, is this going to be everything that it's hyped up to be, or was it more so, I'm excited to, participate, this is incredible, this looks amazing?
I'm not in the program as of yet, but I will be. It's the step that I've been looking for. It's the step up that I've always wanted. And with Goodwill, I found it. Nothing can hold me back but me.
I am in the program. I am in the program, so to be honest, I was very excited because I wanted to do it earlier. I've always kind of been interested in IT and cybersecurity, but the challenge is always, it's an expensive program to get into. Then you got to have internet connection, and then it's really like self-taught a lot of places. And I was really excited to get into this program because I'm very new to IT, and I don't know a lot. So the first time I missed it, I wasn't able to get in. And then the second time, I literally got in on the last day. I called Miss Sanders, and she was like, come on down here today if you can. And I had lost my job at the time, so I was like, well, let me ride down here. And I rode down there. I took the evaluation test, and then I made it through to the program. So I've been really excited. I can't lie to you. Everything they've said has came to fruition. So I can't say I'm not happy. I am in a good mood. I'm smiling all the time. I will be more excited when I get employment, but right now, as far as being in the program and what I'm learning, I'm very excited about the future, and it gives me a very much positive outlook on what was a negative situation that was going on in my life at the time.
And a follow-up question for each of you. Have you seen other success stories at the Metropolitan Center that have inspired you? Other people that have come and gotten into the program or found employment through Goodwill? If you could just share a bit about that, if that's something you've experienced.
Yes, I have. I know a lot of people that went through the program with Goodwill. They driving 18-wheelers or forklift operators at DHL or wherever. And it's just great. I'm just happy to be a part of Goodwill. I'm just so excited, The staff is real great. They make sure products is on the floor. Once they make sure the products are out, my job is to sell them, and I'm a seller.
Gotcha. So I know if I come in there, I'm spending $100 with you alone.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you are.
It's good for a good cause.
I know. Let's put some folks to work.
In the IT program, I haven't met anyone personally. I've heard a couple stories. I met a couple people from Good Biz program that were really excited about the things they learned and as far as that kind of good stuff. So everybody I've met has been positive outlook. Even Miss Wanda, she's always a good spirit about her as well.
And I have a story as well about the opening of our Metropolitan Parkway Career Center and store. So every time we open a store, we have shoppers lined up around the block, starting at 6 o'clock in the morning, just ready for treasure hunting, and we absolutely love it. This was the first time ever that in that line, there were people lined up at 6 o'clock in the morning just to come to our career center. They walked in the door, walked right past all of the shopping, and went straight to the career center and said, how can you help me? What can I do? I need a job. And we were right there to help them, and we were so proud to be there that day.
Wow. I mean, that does speak to the need, you know, in the community, but thankfully we have you all standing in the gap. And honestly, you know, we can't get enough of it. So we appreciate everything that you're doing. Any more questions from our audience? Okay.
Emily, comment about the follow-through that we have with our job participants in staying with them, coaching them, and then the percentage of success that we have after they're out in their job, after our program and our training.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Charles. So 90% of our participants graduate from the program and are placed with employment. And once they are employed, our career coaches, like Charles alluded to, they continue to check in with those employers and see how are they doing 30 days in, 6 months in, even a year in, to make sure that it's a good fit for everyone, and that not only is the employer getting what they need, but specifically the employee. So we serve many job seekers with barriers to employment. And so sometimes they will continue to work with their coach if they are trying to navigate, how do I request time off? How do I talk to my employer about this transportation issue that I'm having? How do I talk to my employer about a doctor's appointment I need to go to next week? And we're there to support them throughout their entire career.
First of all, kudos on all the training programs that you have. It's such a wonderful resource for the community, so thank you, Goodwill. I had a question about people who are looking for support for career search. They're not looking at the training program, they have background, but they want to find a better career for themselves. Can you talk about that?
Yes, so our career centers are open, again, 5 days a week, and they are staffed and ready to serve. And so when a job seeker comes in, they are welcome to work with one of our career coaches to look for jobs. It can just be as simple as this is how you do an internet search, all the way to look at our list of employment partners. Does anything interest you in this list that we have? And so we are absolutely there to help someone, and if they need help dusting off their resume, if they need help practicing for an interview, whatever they need, we are there at every step of the way.
Good morning, my name's Ebony. I was wondering, do they offer the CDL program at Metropolitan, or do you go to a certain location?
I believe we do, but I am not 100% certain. So please check out our calendar, and we are adding new trainings all the time.
All right, any more questions from our audience? Well, I could say that, you know, Goodwill obviously is making a wonderful imprint on the community. Emily, if you could just talk to, you know, the importance of timing, like right now at this point in Atlanta's history, at this point in, you know, where things stand, where we are, you know, the top city in the country for economic disparity. Why is that? Why is now the time? Why was now the time to move this, you know, to open the center on Metropolitan? Why is now the time to do all of these things that Goodwill is looking to do, you know, going forward?
Well, the time is now because the need is great. We saw tremendous shifts in our economy and jobs, and we saw the issues that already persisted when the pandemic came along in 2020. All of these issues that already persisted about transportation, internet, being access to jobs, and quite frankly, for a lot of people who needed a job with PTO or whatever they needed to take care of their families and their obligations outside of work, we saw the cracks in all of those systems when everyone was sent home and many industries were turned upside down. And now we're at a place where Goodwill and all of our community partners are here to help support in putting everything back together and helping people look at their jobs differently, their time at work differently, and where they can go. And in particular, there's one program where we've seen tremendous increase, and that's women in non-traditional industries. And so during the pandemic, when many women were let go because they were working in childcare, restaurants, something along those lines where the places shut down, they started looking at other careers. And so now we've had a big influx in women who are interested in welding, construction, IT, something that they didn't see themselves doing before. And so that's where I think we can work together as a community, is to help people see that their future it could be anything. And again, all we're looking for is a willingness to work. So come in and see us, enroll in one of our programs, come to a career center, or enroll virtually, and we are here for you.
And Ms. Wanda, you did share that, you know, the pandemic was a time where people were losing jobs, and that included you a couple months ago, but you know, you're back on your feet now with employment at Goodwill. What other ways has the pandemic affected each of y'all?
Not only the pandemic affected me, I had several health issues that affected me as well. But I never gave up. I never laid down. It was always get up and go. I thought I wasn't gonna make it when I started fighting the breast cancer a couple of years ago. But I stayed strong, I stayed focused, and kept my mind set. My mom always told me, look like I got it, walk like I got it, act like I got it, and I got it. So when I went in Goodwill, I had a whole stress heart monitor on. And I'm like, I'm gonna get this job. I said, can they see the monitor? I'm trying to cover it up. I walk like I got it, I look like I got it, I act like I got it, and I got it.
I'll say for me, the pandemic affected me. I was in the service industry. I was a bar manager. So, of course, that industry is very face-to-face. So the pandemic kind of shut us down and slowed us down a little bit. I worked at a place that we kind of rode through the pandemic real hard. And at the end of it, we kind of, I guess, lost out. The business closed. So that's kind of how I even ended up in the Goodwill area. So I guess the pandemic kind of just taught me to think outside the box a lot more, or think there is no box, and just go for what you know. I like Wanda's saying. I think I'm going to take that monogram myself.
I like both of those. I want to start saying both of those. Think outside of the box. There is no box, and believe I got it. I love it.
Walk like you got it. Talk like you got it. You got it. I love that.
I like that. I like that.
Well, is there anything else that you all would like to add before we close?
If you know people that are looking for a job or a career change, the Goodwill North Georgia Metropolitan Center tell them to go there, even if they don't know what they're doing, even if they just want to build a resume, they're gonna help you. They're gonna help you for your future, your present, and it's just something that the whole community, especially people that are out there wondering, just go there and you'll figure everything out once you get there. The goal is to get there.
Yes, never let your past reflect your future. I have kids of all ages, so I have kids that go to college. I got a son go to Albany State University, he graduated valedictorian. And I have, my youngest is 14, got a daughter that's making 37 in a couple of days. Got them all ages, but I've been their parent, I've been their support system. I'm the one at the schools. I've never missed anything going on at schools. I support whatever they have at the school at all costs. So me being out of work, I didn't let it hold me back from what my kids needed. Just the other day, I had to drive my son back to college, and I knew I had to be at Goodwill at 8 o'clock. So I made it back like after 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. They were like, Ma, you gonna be able to get up and go to work? I said, God got this. He told me to drive you at this time, and when I get back, I won't be tired. So everything fell into place for me with Goodwill. Even if you know anybody that's going through a struggle, you can even go to them and you can talk to them about any problem that you're having. everybody there at Goodwill, they're gonna make you feel like family. You know, they make me feel like no other. I don't really have any family here. I got a couple of cousins, but I see them every now and then. But being with the people at Goodwill on a daily basis, they assure you, oh, you fine, you with family. You know, just to hear them say that is awesome. You know, I cried the other day because they were like, you know, you like in good hand with Allstate. You insured. I'm like, cool. So every day we have our little laughs, but I know that they're getting the merchandise on the floor, and I'm gonna sell it to the bitter end. Even if you don't want to round up for that $1, I'm gonna get something out of you that day.
That's the one you want on the team right there, I'm telling you.
2 pennies. Would you like to round up a nickel, a dime, a quarter?
That's fantastic. And what I would say is that, you know, everybody thinks about Goodwill when it's time to clean out your closets or go treasure hunting. Everybody thinks about Goodwill. But a lot of people don't know about our mission to put people to work, our training programs, and everything that we're doing. And so I am deputizing every single one of you to go out and share our mission. And if you hear about anybody looking for a job, let them know that Goodwill is here to help them find a first job, a better job, and a career. Thank you.
All right, y'all help me thank our panelists this morning. Again, congratulations to you, Ms. Wanda Desdunes, Mr. Landon Lackey. We appreciate you all, and you know, we're looking forward to seeing your success stories continue in the trajectory that they're going. Thank you again for sharing your stories with us this morning. Ms. Emily Carter, thank you, VP of Development at Goodwill of North Georgia. And John, I think we got a beloved benefit update you wanted to speak on real quick.
Yeah, well, hey, thank y'all. Thank you for your comments this morning, heartfelt. So thank you to our panel. And we've got a few extra minutes. And Dan, what we thought we'd do is, and for the rest, you know, there was a wonderful beloved benefit. So I know some of us were privileged to attend and benefit from it. We thought we'd show the short video about the beloved benefit. And then what we thought we'd do, because we got a couple minutes, is maybe have you come up on stage after the video and talk about your vision for it and what you're pleased about it. That would be so. Y'all can come on down, and when they and let's thank them as they walk down. They did a great job on the. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right, and you can see we can improvise. You see us with our pieces of paper and our scripts, but we can improvise. That's what we're doing right now. So we're going to show a short video, and then we'll have a couple minutes with you, Dan. So please.
This is a special moment. You know, over 50 years ago, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. talked about creating a beloved community. And I'm just grateful to be standing in a room with the people that are dedicated to making sure that that mission, that dream actually stays alive.
But the way you change the world is you change your block. You change your street, you change your community, you change your neighborhood. And if enough people did that, the world would change.
And our purpose is to lift up those organizations that are in the trenches, those beacons of life that will help us move closer to Dr. King's beloved community.
We're about to find out the amount of money that we have raised this evening.
$6,269,978.
Well, good. Thank you for giving me just an opportunity just to share a little bit about this. Maria Supporter, so good to see you today. I love seeing Maria because when I was around, she has this beautiful hair, and I'm very envious of anybody that can grow hair. So I'm in the market. So thank you, Maria. Always good to see you. Thank you for what you do to communicate Atlanta and all the great things that are going on here in our wonderful city. There is a lot going on in our city, a lot of exciting things. This time yesterday, I was in a meeting with the Atlanta Chamber of Commerce, and we heard from John Ossoff, who is one of our U.S. senators. And I was just very impressed with him. He did a terrific job of helping us understand all the leadership roles that he has in the Senate and some of the wonderful things and programming, the allocation of federal funding that he's directing toward our way to create jobs for Georgia. The Georgia Port Authority, he's doing a great job representing us there, and all the other many initiatives that we've got going on in our state. But it's going to take a lot of effort for all of us to step in the gap to reconcile and deal with issues that we're talking about. I appreciate what was said earlier today about income inequities that we have, opportunity inequities, medical inequities, and it just goes on and on and on. And it's just going to take a lot of effort, such as Goodwill and terrific presentation that you made this morning of efforts all across the board that where we can step in the gap to make Atlanta a stronger community. The Westside Summit and the blood benefit, just a bit of the history of this. I'm constantly looking for ideas and things that we can do to make a stronger Atlanta. I travel a good bit. I see a lot of things that are going on. Learning from so many different sources that can help us be more creative in finding solutions. But I was innocently watching 60 Minutes several years ago, in which there was a special report that in the city of Manhattan, Chicago, the city of Manhattan, New York, excuse me, that Paul Tudor Jones was a hedge fund guy, and he had this idea that he wanted to leverage his relationships in Manhattan to raise money for organizations that needed funding. And so he was successful in putting together an event they call the Robin Hood event that's at the Cranitz Center, the big convention center in downtown Manhattan. And it's quite an event. It's a tuxedo event, star-studded with a lot of named entertainers and also a lot of major philanthropists that come together to give money. And they raise some $20–30 million that go to about 30 different social organizations. So we put together a group of us and we went to the next Robin Hood event in New York and said, well, we can do this. And we can do this in Atlanta. This is in 2017, 2018. And so we got ourselves together. By 2019, we approached Arthur Blank at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Arthur has a tremendous heart for wanting to reach out to the West Side community, particularly as he has this beautiful $1.8 billion football stadium that he built. And there's a great need to be able to utilize and leverage a great asset like that to help, again, reconcile the challenges that we face here in Atlanta. And he's a terrific partner, has a real humanitarian heart for the efforts to bring about the renaissance of the West Side, which is what brings us all together here this morning at the West Side Summit. We were able to have some star-studded talent. I included Bruno Mars that first year, and again we had Steve Harvey, who was our MC, along with all the other local Atlanta talent that was brought together. And it was a wonderful event. We raised a little over $5 million, and due to COVID, we were a little bit postponed for 2 years, but we brought the event back, and we had Atlanta's own usher that was our headline entertainer. But the spirit of unity where we brought all of Atlanta together was probably the highlight for me. We had such a wonderful time. It was just a great, great time. Unlike Manhattan, we decided to go casual attire so that the West Side and other recipients of the benefits of the program could attend the program rather than doing the coat and tie and the big fancy tuxedos that they do in New York. And we used long tables, as you saw, versus round tables, so that it was almost like a family reunion picnic, so we could all sit interspersed among each other and just kind of homogenize the fellowship, as someone said, to all be together. It was very successful. We raised $6.2 million. But as we look forward into the future, we have a major network television partner that wants to come alongside us to take this message and to be a nationally broadcast event for 2023. We're looking at moving the date up to February of 2023. They have what they call a roadblock across several, it's a new term for me in the broadcasting world, but they'll be already have a slot built called a roadblock, where they're able to telecast this event across several different networks simultaneously. So it means that we'll be able to dramatically expand the impression and the idea and the fascination, innovation of how we deal with social inequities within our community and how we can address some of these needs. We think also that we'll be able to take this on the road and go to Chicago, Dallas, LA, and other places where we'll have this template of a local NFL owner who'll give us access to a football stadium. We'll have a couple of people that are willing to underwrite the operating expenses of putting on the event, and then we'll have local sponsors that will put money into it, that where 100% of the sponsorship dollars that come in go directly to the beneficiary organizations. So Atlanta can continue to be a city on a hill. We can set an example of how we can use our creativity and imagination to step in the gap to create a greater alignment of who we are as a people, where we can all be one. As John Lewis said, you know, we're all one Atlanta, living in the house of one Atlanta. And the more time we spend together, the more we can celebrate our common heritage, rather than focusing on our differences. We can celebrate the wonderful things that draw us together, so we can truly be one people. So, John, thank you for getting a quick opportunity.
All right, Dan, I think I got this on. So thank you, and I really appreciate it. I think some of that drawn from what happens here at our summit. What we love about the summits is the diversity of folks that come to attend, but at the Beloved Benefit, very intentionally, unfortunately, there's a limited number of tickets, but a lot of the tickets went to people from the community to be able to be at the summit. I know, which was really cool. And we're very privileged to be one of the beneficiaries. And the Westside Future Fund, just FYI, the proceeds will help dedicating some to support the Booker T. Washington High School. So it's recently been STEM certified, so some of the initiatives of the principal. And then the other is, I think some may know, but in Vine City, right next to Dr. King and Cretta's home, their family home, 234 Sunset, a quirk of history, Maynard Jackson's father, who was a minister in Vine City, built a multifamily, before the Kings moved there, but a multifamily, and that's where Maynard lived until he was 13. They had left by the time the Kings bought in '65, but later Maynard's mother, Bunny, sold it to Coretta. And so when they sold to the Park Service in the Vine City Civic Association, reminded everyone that history, so the Westside Future Fund purchased it. It's a great historic site within the land use framework plan. It unfortunately had a lot of deterioration, so it's a full-on renovation, but a chunk of the proceeds for that are going to 220 Sunset. And so it'll be historically designated, and it'll be 5 multifamily, but the first part of the work we'll be doing later, thanks to Beloved Benefit, is doing the stabilization work and putting a roof on. So that's just a little update on the proceeds, so thank you. Beloved Benefit. All right, I've been talking a lot, so what, some of my co-hosts.
No, you're fine. Like I said, we always love hearing from Mr. John Ahmann, okay.
And
go ahead.
No, just real quick, I just wanted to say, I appreciate you sharing that, because the last call to action for today is, of course, to donate. Donate. These organizations cannot continue to do the wonderful work that they do without support from the community, and the community includes everybody. So whether, like Ms. Desdunes said, whether it's a penny or a nickel or, $6.2 million, if you got it, help these organizations to do what they do, because they are actually having an impact in economic mobility in our city. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Absolutely, yes. And I would never want to interrupt that, okay? to donate, so yes, excuse me. So without further ado, okay, I'm very excited to announce the winners for the gift cards today. So everybody, if you didn't get your card by now, we ain't reshuffling. So for the people who do have theirs, if you don't mind pulling that out, and I will announce the winners. So I'm going to do the Home Depot Foundation first, which is the red card. The winning number is 3990587. 3990587. The red ticket. Anyone? No? You sure? Everybody check. 399. 0587.
Okay, we might need
Okay,
a
then.
on that one.
I know, right?
Grab
Maybe
it
we
up.
do, yeah. Thank you. But I'll move ahead for the Goodwill of North Georgia. The winning number for the blue ticket is 130187. 130187. Hey!
All right, Mr. Bellows.
You want them to come up now to get the
Yeah,
picture?
you come
like
on
y'all
up,
did?
yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Let's try this again. Appreciate you. Thank you, Ms. Ford. Congratulations.
Come on up,
Get a
Mr.
picture?
Bellows.
Yes.
We're going to snap a quick pic.
Get a little pic with you.
Congratulations.
Come on. Don't be shy. Thank you. Appreciate it. Just to make sure, huh?
Cameraman right here. There we go. All right. Y'all give it up for our first winner.
Gift card. I'm going to send you
You actually
y'all
gotta
empty-handed, yes.
You kind of got to give them the
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
that
yeah.
you just
Mr.
kind
Bellows.
of won.
Mr. Bellows,
You got to
Mr.
kind of get that.
Don't leave. What was that? Oh, that was Goodwill. There you go.
All right, thank you.
Congratulations. No problem at all. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to try it again for the Home Depot, okay? Red ticket. Winning number 3990575. 3990575.
All right.
Oh, well, look at that. Mr. Demetrius Wilburn.
Right.
Come on
First
up.
time
Your
coming,
first
first time winning.
Right. I like
you
it.
You 1 for 1, man.
Yes.
It don't get no better than that. Congratulations.
There you go. That's crazy. Wave to Pat Ford, your second mother.
All right. Congrats again to our winners.
Thank
We
y'all.
appreciate
Thank
you.
y'all.
John, any final thoughts before we close?
No, I think I said no, then I just kept talking. So our next summit, we're not going to go the first Friday because of the Labor Day holiday. So we won't be having the first Friday in September because of that holiday weekend. And then the summit after that, which would be the third Friday in September, we have our mayor confirmed. So I want to make sure y'all heard that. And be hearing an update from Mayor Dickens, who's doing a great job and came with a tremendous amount of energy around the city. So we'll make sure y'all know about that. And thank you for being here.
All right.
That's it.
Well, again, folks, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Thanks again to everybody who tuned in on social. We appreciate you. Thank you for everybody who spent the morning with us this morning. Y'all get home safe and come see us on September 16th. Appreciate you.
All right.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy. On the road, here we go, yeah we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand like. You know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us.